What's up everyone? I wanted to make this short video about simple method that I have been using to speed up work when working with certain nodes inside Houdini. And to showcase this simple trick, I'm using the blend node inside the new COP networks. The idea is for any node that has a lot of ordered menu items, ordered menu parameter with a lot of items in them. The idea is to create a new parameter that actually controls which item is being selected inside here. So this is kinda, so this method is actually ideal for something like blend node because there are over the 20 blending modes available for you, and you're not really sure how they would look, how each one of them would actually look, unless you actually go ahead and select it. And the problem is that there's actually no way for us to like scroll through them or anything like that. It's actually very static selection. So to see all the results, you would have to basically just go ahead and go between all of these. So it's not very interactive to see the results. So the idea is to create a new spare parameter that controls this that controls ordered menu, and then you also want to go ahead and save this setup with the spare parameter that controls this parameter as its own new tab menu entry node. And this is actually very simply done with new feature that Houdini 20.5 introduced called recipes. So at the end we should have something like this. We have basically a new spare parameter that we can just go ahead and flip between them. We can see all of the different blending modes applied to the incoming layers. So this is a lot better way to look at what kind of results and to see what kind of look we actually are want to get from something like a blend node. So let's go ahead and set this up. It's actually very simple. So I'm going to recreate this parameter. Let's go ahead and go to the properties. Let's just go ahead and add our new integer parameter. Let's call this blend mode. So we have our blend mode. Actually, let's go ahead and make our range. So the range is from 0 to, and there are actually 22, I guess 23 items that can be selected. So just go ahead and make it select 22, and this should give us all the range that we have in this mode ordered menu. And then all we have to do is go ahead and copy the relative reference from this parameter, copy parameter, and paste it inside here. And basically we have already set it up just as we have set up. I have already set up beforehand. And let's go ahead and save it for save this node preset as a tab menu item inside Houdini. So first of all, it's important that you go ahead and remove any inputs for this node. Make sure that there's no inputs, and also select whatever you want for your mode to be by default. So I'm going to actually put it as something like a multiply. So if I want that whenever I create this node preset to be a multiply, I'm going to save it as a multiply. Set my spare parameter to multiply. So then go ahead and go to the recipes and save selected items as tool. And the only thing we have to go here is create our recipe title. I'm going to call this blend mode select, and I already have it set up. I already have one of those, and I'm going to call this tutorial. And basically, and then you can also create a submenu. I'm going to put it inside my submenu. And the icon is also important. You can go ahead and search for the icon, whatever the icon you want to use. And if you go ahead and search for the context, basically these are all prefixed with the context. If you go ahead and search for the cop, there's something like this that we can use as a icon for the menu, basically for the icon for these for the tab menu. Something like this is going to work just fine. And then this you can take a look where it's going to be saved, and basically we can save it. And now we can go ahead and search for blend. And you can see I have my blend. I have my blend mode select, which is my previous before this tutorial I recorded when I tested it out, and I have my blend mode select tutorial. You can see we have already set up our references, and it's going to work just like that. And to edit your recipe, you can go ahead and go to the Windows, and there is option for you to Recipe Manager. So remember, this was a tool, so go ahead and show tools, and basically go ahead and search for your recipe, and you can see I have my blend mode select tutorial recipe, and what you can do is go ahead and edit content. You see we are back to this this window. You can go ahead and change the icon again, and change its name and where it's submenu, and you can edit them. The couple of things that you have to remember that the so the reason why we actually remove these inputs is because of by default it's actually if these basically if the tool when we create this so let's make sure to show this. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and save this recipe, save these items as tool again. Let's call this blend mode select tutorial 2, and you can see I have actually right now I have these connections, and let me put it inside my submenu also. Let's save it. So I go to my submenu, you can see I have now tools, and if I press on my newly created, you can see it's actually going to try to automatically connect to the nodes that were selected when I created this, that were connected to it when I created this recipe. And if you go ahead and let's say I want to create this again, but right now I'm going to rename one of these nodes. Let's go ahead and create it. And you can see it's going to actually put in an error that it couldn't find the input name under the could not find node add to under like so. To make sure that you do not get these errors, just make sure that when you save your tool, just go ahead and remove any inputs for these recipes. One thing that I actually noticed is that with this setup, we actually lost our label for the which mode is actually selected. So if you take a look at the first, so our setup, you can see that actually we are actually displaying the value of this parameter, integer value, which is not very useful for us. If you take a look at this burn, at this blend node, burn mode, or whatever mode we select, you can see that we get the name of the which mode is actually selected. So it would be nice for us to preserve this labeling also for our setup. So it's not all that straightforward to get it back, but it is possible. So first of all, I'm going to go to the edit parameter interface, and I'm going to duplicate my mode parameter. So this is going to create a duplicate spare parameter of the mode. First of all, I'm going to remove any references. I'm going to remove any relative references that I had set up. And now I'm going to copy the relative reference of this parameter and set it on my spare parameter mode. Spare parameter mode parameter. Let's go ahead and paste it inside here. So now we have this. And now I want to go ahead and use a little bit of a single line of Python script to reference this mode's string value inside the basically want to use a Python expression that references our spare parameter mode ordered menu parameter string value. And let's go ahead and go to the expression, edit expression. Make sure that you put it on a Python expression. And the expression is actually very simple. Let me go ahead and copy it. And so only thing that we are doing here is we are getting our current node, reference to our current node. Then we are finding our parameter mode 2, and the mode 2 is a spare parameter that we duplicated, and we just call eval on it. And this is going to return a string value of these menu item values. like over, under, and all of these, is going to return this string, and then you can just apply. And with that, if you have applied your Python expression correctly, you can see now we can go ahead and we have gotten back our labeling for the nodes, but now we have these two. So the problem is that with our original parameter, we can't really now change its values because this node is because of the expression is actually referencing our spare parameter in it. So what we can do is go ahead and make our original mode parameter invisible. Press it like that. And now we are working only with the spare parameters, with two spare parameters. You can see we can actually change it, and going to also update the spare parameter or the mode select parameter. We can basically change either one of these parameters. Basically, each parameters are dependent on each other. So this actually works really nice with this setup. Uh, we have our we got back our labels, and everything works just as intended. And then you can just go ahead and resave this as a new as a new tool. And that's it for this video. I know this was a short one, but not all of them can be 3 hours long. So I really hope you learned something, and see you next time.